doing quite well in the league, but you're playing against the fourth top team now. It'll be a tough game today.
Definitely. I think the first thing you see is the conditions here as well, so they're going to play a big part of the day. But that aside, Hutchison Vale's a really good side, really dangerous, and yeah, it's a tough one, but one we're looking forward to, and we're glad to have a game on this weekend after the amount of calls we've had.
That's right, and you've got quite a few games in hand, I notice, you know, which means that you can climb up, because I think you're 8th position just now, but it means you can probably get up a wee bit higher towards the end of the season.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think everybody will tell you you'd rather have points on the board than games in hand, but listen, there's an opportunity there, but it's up to us to go and get the wins and start moving up the table, which we're going to try our best to do.
And has there been a problem with continuity, with having games off, or have we been able to get friendlies or something?
A mixture of both. Obviously, winter period is difficult to try and get games because obviously Astros are booked out and stuff. So no, we've done well. The guys in the games that we've been in, we've looked fit. We've looked really strong in. So listen, more of that. It might start to take its toll over the next 3 weeks because we do have about 6 games. So we'll have to make sure we're looking after them in between. But no, it's a good run of fixtures. A lot of exciting ones in there. A couple of derbies, but we'll concentrate on the game today and make sure that they get our full focus.
Thanks very much. I must say you're 4th in the league just now, and Dundonald Bluebell are 8th in the league, but they've got a few games in hand, so I don't think there's much between the teams.
No, we've had, well, as far as I'm concerned, I think we've had a fantastic season. Just need to keep the consistency. We've played sort of the majority of our games. We've got the sort of facilities here where obviously games get called off, etc. But we've managed to play our fixtures, so there are teams that are behind, so it's important that we get the points on the board, and Dundonald are a couple of games behind, but you know, they're a good enough side to be up challenging, so we'll see what today brings.
Is it too early in the season to look at you for challenging for next season?
We just do our own thing. Now that the sort of, I would say that we can win the league, so now the games are more getting based towards looking towards next season, getting boys prepared for next season already, whether it be sort of young boys experienced, and just getting everybody, getting the consistency back that what we've been missing the last couple of weeks.
And you've got a good pathway, haven't you, through the system, so you've always got a good amount of guys coming forward,
Yeah, well, we're in a position where we've not got finances to go out and sort of buy players or anything like that, so a lot of it depends on the youth. We've got an excellent 17 side, an excellent 20s side, and it's just bringing them in and letting them we've started bringing them in for training, etc. So they're getting used to how we work, and if they're good enough, they'll get put in. There's no doubt without that. The under 20s for this year, I would probably say about 90% of the boys that have played the 20s have started at least a couple of games for the first team this year. So that's what's most important.
That's good, thanks. Well, what a great game that was. The wind did have an effect though, and I think you took advantage of it in the first half, didn't you?
It was horrible, I'm not going to lie to you. I think at the start of the game, I think both teams looked at it and just thought it's going to be a game of mistakes.
Yeah.
I think we've won the game in the first half.
Yeah.
I think we went 2-0 up in the first 6 minutes. I think we got the goal, just sort of that third goal sort of cut a wee bit with that wind. We said to them at half time, I says, that wind is going to come at us.
Yes.
I says, for the first 15-20 minutes, I says, we need to make sure. So, I think the first half, I think we took advantage of the conditions, because, I mean, there was no day you're going to come here and get a perfect game of football. No. But we'll take the win. I mean, after last week, we sort of needed to bounce back and get a win, so we're happy with that.
That's right. I mean, you'll be happy with scoring the 4 goals, and as you say, in the second half particularly, I think you defended well. There was sometimes there's 2 or 3 defenders round the player, etc. So it was good.
Aye, I mean, especially when Callum comes on with his experience in that, he's a very clever player. He's been there. We knew he'd come in, he'd basically take the ball in, he would rough a few guys up in that. But we handled it well, because when you look at it, I mean, the back 4, you've got 2 18-year-olds, a 20-year-old, and a 24-year-old. So it was a young back 4. And I think they handled them okay, but
Yeah.
it's one of those conditions. It's one of those ones. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not look forward to today's game.
No.
I mean, when I seen the sunshine and the blue skies, it looked great, but I turned up here and like the wind was blowing. I did not fancy the game at all.
Well, it's going to be a nightmare for the goalies, I know that, and I think they did struggle as well, but or they coped well.
I mean,
you could argue.
I mean, there's a couple of times the first half where our goalkeeper's kicked it for his 18-yard box, and this is one of the biggest pitches in the league,
Aye.
and he's almost scored. That's how strong the wind was.
I was, aye.
So,
Okay, thanks
Magic.
very much. The conditions were terrible today, and I know you won't make excuses, but before you knew it, you were 2-0 down.
Aye, no, I don't think we could actually use the wind for the first 2 goals, if I'm being totally honest. I thought it was pure defensive work, to be honest. As a halfway on, obviously the conditions played a part and made it difficult for us to get out, but no, I think we sort of caused a lot of the disappointing defensive work ourselves. But credit to Hutchison Vale, they hit us at the right time. They got goals at good time, started the game, end of the first half.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they've done a good job in the conditions.
In the second half, you had to come out and you did. It maybe took a bit longer than you'd like to get a goal back, but you did use the conditions to your advantage.
Yeah, I think we had decent wee spells in the second half. Being totally honest, it's not been the same sort of version of ourselves we've had in the last few weeks, but overall I think we've done a lot of poor work in the first half, which contributed to us having an uphill struggle in the second half to get in the game.
Okay, thanks very much.
Right, thanks.
So, if you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel, please like, comments are welcome, and until next time, I'll see you behind the goals.